Oi you, yes you, do you know where oranges come from? You probably do. But in case you didn't, this video will show you, as well as showing you a terrifying car experience as Charlie and I continue our completely unplanned trip to Mallorca. This is a trip to Mallorca part 2. Oranges. Please like this video because likes have a bigger impact on my mood than I care to admit. Right, a couple of things that I really need to show you right now. First of all, left-hand drive, which is very weird. Like I've done it a few times in the past, but I'm still not used to it. Like when I go to change gear, I'm often grabbing the door, whereas the gear stick is now actually down on my right. So that's a bit weird to get used to. Also, there's a very interesting way of getting out of this car park. So in order to get out of this building, you go in a car elevator. I cannot tell you how much this thing stresses me out. I'm already on the wrong side of the car, and now they want me to go up in an elevator. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So we have just left Palma de Mallorca, where we spent our first 2 nights in Majorca, and we really loved our time there. Always nice to spend a couple of nights in a city, but today we are going to Sóller. I know that's how you pronounce it because I asked a waiter. Sóller, and we're going there today through the mountains, so hopefully this will be quite a scenic drive. So it's actually already gone 5 PM. Quite a lot of the day has already passed us, and that's because before Charlie and I left Palma this morning, we actually decided to head out and explore the town a bit, and there was this massive carnival going on. It was like people dancing, people dressed up, people just having a really good time, and I'm not ashamed to say that we got a bit carried away with it all. Then we couldn't decide where to have lunch. Quick question for you. Which piece of local cuisine do you want to enjoy? Do you want to go for Burger King, McDonald's, or Taco Bell?
Absolutely none of them, ever.
But we eventually landed on something traditional. And then we arrived in Sóller, went into our Airbnb and unpacked and relaxed for a little bit. And the Airbnb itself is stunning. In fact, let me show you around. So there's this lovely pool area, which if me and Charlie are feeling brave enough, we'll get into. It's pretty cold, just like the last place, but you know, got to get it at least once. And then we've got access to like all this lovely seating and this lovely outdoor area. We've even got our own lemon tree, which we've been told we can take lemons from. Here's Charlie sitting in the dark in our living area. It's like a living room. It's a bit echoey, so I'm not sure how much recording we'll do in here. Lovely grand hallway accompanied with one of the most impressive front doors you'll have ever seen. I mean, look at that for a front door. And then you've got the kitchen, complete with literally everything we'll need, considering I don't plan on eating in that much. And then we have the bedroom, which is one of the biggest bedrooms I think you'll ever find on an Airbnb. beautifully furnished, and it has the biggest ensuite ever. I mean, look at that shower. Like, look how big this shower area is and how far away from you I am. Echo! Once again, not great acoustics for recording, but lovely accommodation. Me and Charlie have done the most British thing imaginable and just made ourselves a cup of tea. I think we're just going to spend the rest of the day chilling, so we'll probably leave it there for today. We're just going to relax, maybe explore the town and see if we can get a beer this evening. But yeah, tomorrow is when we explore Sóller, so really looking forward to that. Morning. So today is our first full day in Sóller. So today will be all about exploring the town, seeing what it's got to offer. I mean, from what we saw last night and from what we can see from here, it is gorgeous. We are set in like the mountains here. The view all around us is stunning. So really looking forward to exploring it. And we're a couple of miles from the port, a mile or so from the port.
I guess.
So hopefully later we'll travel down to the port of Sóller and see what down there's got to offer. Until then, breakfast. So. I cannot get over how beautiful that front door is, and the whole apartment, to be honest with you. Right, let's go explore Sóller. So Majorca definitely has a thing for gorgeous churches, and here in Sóller is no different. So this is in the centre square, in the middle of the town. All the sort of winding roads all seem to lead back to here. It's full of restaurants and people out here. It's only sort of 10 in the morning and people are out having coffees and getting to know each other. And it's about to be a public holiday here. I think it's a public holiday tomorrow. So a lot of kids are out playing as well. So it's really lovely to see. And that is stunning. So Charlie and I have been walking around the town for a little bit, and there's quite a lot to see around here. So in terms of recommending Sóller, I couldn't recommend it highly enough. We do want to get on the tram to go down to the port and see what that has to offer, but we're not going to do that until a little bit later because Charlie has found an activity for us to do. What are we doing?
We're going orange picking.
We're going orange picking. We are paying to do someone else's job, is that right?
Well, and we get to keep some oranges.
Oh, no, it should be fun. So let's go orange picking. Right, so we're at the orange farm and we've just had a talk from the farmer. It's run by a couple of brothers this, and we spoke to the older brother. His name was Jamie, and he gave us a talk about all the different oranges and the varieties here. He also kind of was quite passionate about farming and buying produce locally and buying seasonally. And now we've got these tubs, and we're going to walk around and we're going to fill it up with some oranges and hopefully try a few more. We've already tried a few. I didn't get it on camera, but we have tried a few. They were delicious. And then I think we're going to go inside and try a juice.
Yes.
So yeah, you ready to pick up some?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get picking. This is ridiculous, right? So here we've got your typical classic orange, and we've also got some clementines. So
Clementines are a type of mandarin.
should we go find a tangerine?
No, we can't find tangerines here.
We just had one earlier.
No, we didn't. We had types of mandarins.
I think that's a tangerine.
I don't think it is.
Definitely is. Right, I think that's our haul for today. Now let's try some juice. Now for the moment of truth, let's try the oranges in juice form. Charlie?
Cheers.
Is that good?
That's really good.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Right, so it is now coming up to 5 PM and Charlie and I have just come back from picking the oranges. We've chilled out a little bit and now we're going to go down to the port of Sóller, sorry, on the tram. So I've gone and put a fleece on because hoping to be out until quite late later. Sorry, I forgot to lock the door, didn't I? I was wondering why you just stood there.
Yeah, just stood by the open door.
So the tram from the centre of Sóller down to Port de Sóller goes every hour on the hour. Now it does cost €7 for a one-way trip, so it is quite expensive, but I do think it's a pretty unique way of travelling round. Now we're about to get the last tram down to the port, so we do now have a problem in that we need to figure out how we're going to get home later on. Might be walking. See?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was it pricey? Yes. Was it touristy? Yes. Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
It bloody well was. That was so good, wasn't it? And now we're in Port de Sóller.
Sóller. Port de Sóller.
Let's go check this place out. Spelt Sóller.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This camera with this lens isn't going to do it justice, but basically this is a lovely little port town which is like surrounded by hills. So there's a lovely port here full of gorgeous looking boats and it's surrounded by these beautiful green hills, and I am so annoyed that we didn't come to Port de Sóller yesterday. We've been here for 24 hours and we should have been here in the first 4 hours, definitely.
It's really, really beautiful. It's just mountains and the sun's setting. It's just a nice place to be.
This is a really nice place to be. Come to Majorca. So we've just found this lovely quiet little spot where we can sort of view the whole town right here. So we're just going to sit and chill up here. And then, then we're going to have to get a beer. We're going to have to get a beer.
Yes.
Cat?
Run.
Charlie and I haven't filmed much in the last few hours. We went out for dinner. Didn't think it'd be that interesting, but it was really good though. I think we're about to get the bus back.
Yeah.
Sóller? Everyone knows that the cool kids sit at the back of the bus. So we didn't film much over the last few hours, but that's because we went out for dinner. Didn't know how interesting that would be, but it was a really tasty dinner, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had some really good food.
We've managed to catch the bus back to Sóller, or at least we believe we have. So we'll see where this bus takes us. Hopefully the next shot will be me walking into our apartment saying, that took us no time at all. Who knows? This is the next shot. Well, that took us no time at all. So the explore around Majorca and Sóller continues, and I've got to be honest with you, I have really enjoyed the last few days, just following my nose and seeing where the day takes us, and so far I haven't been disappointed. Only thing is, can that continue? Can we keep just following our nose and seeing where it goes, or will we eventually have to start planning our days out a bit more to make sure they don't become too samey? I don't know. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Doesn't want to know. Doesn't want to know.